we are going to see some problems involving use of calculator. So let's go to, let me first log in. So let's go to quantitative methods, time value of money, which is reading 1. And these problems will be LOS 1E, annuity and perpetuity. Let's see some problems. If you would like to go through the problem statement, I can pause the video. You can pause the video and go through the description really quick. A student borrows $15,000 education loan, which he intends to pay off in 6 equal annual payments. The interest rate is 8%. How much will be his annual payment? Now, this problem is completely solved here, but I have used some alternative approach, which is not really a recommended one. There are some standardized tables which gives conversion between present value and future value, and that factor is calculated here as 20.2163. But since these factors are not available, so we are going to, and instead we have a financial calculator available. Let's see how we can solve that using a standard calculator. The calculator which I'm using here is BA2 plus, pretty standard one. And let's solve the same problem. Here the present value is 15,000 because at present he is getting a loan which is equivalent of $15,000. And other information is the interest rate is 8% and the number of time periods is 6 years. Interest is calculated once a year. Since it is not given, we can safely assume that. What is the value of annual payments, which is A here? So since we have 3 parameters, other parameter can be calculated. So first, let me first clear everything. So second, clear time value, this, or you can second quit also. I have 5 decimal points on the screen. If you would like to change that and make it like 2 digits or 4 digits, you can do that by going to second format. And then currently it shows I have 5 decimal points after the decimal, 5 digits after the decimal point. Let me make it, let's say 4. And then I can click on enter, and that's all. And then second quit or second off, either way. Let me remind you that if you have less number of digits after the decimal point, you may encounter rounding up errors, or sometimes the calculator itself can round up some value. For example, if you have only, if you have only zero digits after the decimal point, and if you do 1 divided by 3, the answer will be simply 0 instead of, if you know the answer, it's 0.333. So occasionally you get some surprises. So I would recommend at least 4 digits. So let's enter the data. Let's go to first value we are entering is 15,000. And 15,000 is your present value. So PV, press that button. Then interest rate is 8. You don't have to enter 0.08 or something. And then interest rate per year. And time period, which is number of years here, it's 6. So then go to 6 and set N. And the data entry is clear. Now we need to calculate. We can directly go to compute and then calculate payment, or you can just calculate, press PMT also. And the value comes out to be minus 3,244, which is very, very close to, because like these values are taken from the table, we do have some rounding up error. Now, what about that minus this thing? Because ideally I should have entered present value as minus 15,000 because it's like opposite to the flow of the cash. But you can safely ignore that. If one is inflow, the other one is outflow. So that is the meaning of that negative sign. So this is how you can use the calculator for basic present value, future value, or annuity calculations. We'll stop here. Thank you very much.